Time is money, and this has become more and more literal as the years pass. This watch costs $200,000, while others cost 10 times more at $2 million, but a good price doesn't always mean good taste. This is the rapper watch tier list. Let ASAP Rocky be the golden boy example. I mean, if you're gonna be Riri's baby daddy, you gotta be beautiful. Sure, he'll pull out Jacob & Co. or Rolex watches costing around $200,000 at least, but when he's not flexing on his audience, he's wearing his $200 Capital Smile watch, a casual and colorful watch named after Japan's premium denim store. This watch proves that you don't have to wear a house on your wrist to look good. A tier. Drake hasn't been having a good time. Drake has been dissed left and right, with the entire nation calling him a colonizer.
You're not a colleague, you're a fucking colonizer.
And whether you think that's true or not, one truth remains. He knows his watches. Drake owns quite the extensive collection of luxury watches, but perhaps the most complex watch in his collection is the Jacob & Company Astronomia Casino. Inspired by the movie Casino, this watch is a fully operational roulette wheel on your wrist so you can gamble on the go. But don't write this off as a simple novelty. This is a $620,000 fidget toy, and it definitely earns the price point. Not only is the mechanism incredible, but it also features a 1-carat Jacob cut white diamond that revolves every 30 seconds just so you can see your wrist twinkle. Because of how much of a mechanical and financial flex this is going in the S tier. Kendrick Lamar, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. The 5'6" man who put Drake in his place during a recent rap beef surprisingly doesn't have that much wrist wealth to flex. Not that he has to. I mean, have you seen his diamond crown of thorns? But that's not to say Kendrick never puts his wealth on display. He's just the type to keep this simple. Taking a look at his fit for the Grammys, he wore a Raleigh Oyster Perpetual, a colorful Rolex that complements his outfit pretty well. It's a sign that Mr. Morale has his color theory on lock. This watch is a living legend. Officially discontinued last 2022, this watch continues to be one of the most sought-after grails for watch collectors out there. While yes, of course, the watch looks plain without the ice of most other watches, this is still a $30,000 sleeper hit that'll only get bigger as time goes by. B tier. Pharrell Williams, $250 million. That's how much Pharrell Williams is worth. And would it surprise you that it's not all just from music? Pharrell's a fashion guru, owning multiple high-end fashion brands that earn him millions without having to wait on a 4-count start. To be in fashion is to know fashion, and boy does Pharrell know fashion. On his Louis Vuitton debut show last 2023, he wore one of the rarest and most technically impressive watches in existence, the Richard Mille RM Up 01 Ferrari. This Richard Mille x Ferrari collaboration stands out not only because of how sleek it looks, but also for the fact that it's a technological miracle. Richard Mille and Ferrari cooked with this watch, setting out to make the thinnest watch in the market, and they did just that with a watch that's only 1.75 millimeters thin and costs $1.8 million. For reference, this is the size of roughly 6 playing cards stacked on top of each other. The design of the watch itself isn't anything to scoff at either, but this watch deserves praise for the technical marvel alone. A tier. DJ Khaled. I'm sorry, but we have to admit it. DJ Khaled is a musical genius, and not much else. He really isn't the brightest in any room, but his watches compensate for that tenfold. Let's take a look at DJ Khaled's Jacob & Company. Billionaire 3, but be careful. This watch is so iced out that you might need shades or else you'll go blind. Heck, looking at the price tag might make you blind too, because this watch costs around $3 million, and boy does it look and sound the part. The Billionaire 3 is completely iced out from strap to face, containing over 713 diamonds, 504 of which are on the bracelet alone. Legend says that Jacob asked how much diamonds DJ Khaled wanted on his watch. He just kept saying,
Another one. Another one. Another one.
And here we are. But as impressive as the price tag is, this look might be a bit too gaudy and less versatile than other watches on this list. A tier. But would it surprise you that DJ Khaled is only the second biggest watch collector on this list? Stick around until the end of the video to find out who they are and what watch they're repping. Nicki Minaj. Nicki is an iconic rapper famous for her Barbie doll rap game, something that she backs up with her own style. Although her rap career hasn't been doing too well with a bunch of new releases coming out undercooked or just plain mid, her style is anything but. One of her most iconic watches has to be the Richard Mille RM 07-02, a rare watch with only 8 pieces in rotation, a fact that she made sure everyone knew when she posted herself flexing it on an Instagram post. The case itself is made from a single block of sapphire, studded with at least 25 jewels that bring the value of this watch up to $980,000. This process itself takes months of hard work and a skilled craftsman to boot. The rarity of this watch easily lands this watch in the A tier. Kanye West. Kanye West is the undisputed GOAT rapper of many fans, but that's since fallen off. With all the controversy surrounding his opinions and political stances, Kanye's net worth dropped down from $2 billion to $400 million. A huge drop. But who cares? That $400 million can buy back his entire watch collection and then some. Kanye's watch collection has a variety of watches, ranging from luxury Rolex watches to Bape X Casio G-Shock collaborations. Kanye's standout watch, though, has to be $250,000 RM010, a watch he wore frequently during the St. Pablo tour. Seeing as this is one of Richard Mille's earlier watches released back in 2006, this watch should be a mainstay in every collector's lineup. B tier. Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert has always loved fashion, often to the point of things going a bit too far. The fact that Uzi even surgically put a pink diamond on his forehead proves that he has enough dumb money to sling around as much as he wants. One such piece that really caught my eye was the Richard Mille RM011. A lightweight and impressive watch that already has a pretty hefty price tag attached to it. But Uzi's RM011 isn't just any RM011, it's the special Felipe Massa collaboration with the yellow colorway. Although the colorway is unique, there's nothing much else separating it from a regular RM011. But that's not to say it isn't special. In fact, this piece might be worth even more now, considering this specific colorway was discontinued in 2016. And the rarer the item is, the more people want it. Because of the scarcity of this item, it's estimated this specific piece costs $250,000 to $500,000. Let's just be thankful he didn't put this watch on his forehead too. This limited edition item definitely deserves a spot on the B tier. Rick Ross. Rick Ross's bark is definitely as bad as his bite. He talks a big game and shows it off on his wrists. Although Rick Ross's collection is considerably smaller than most of the other rappers on this list, it still isn't something to scoff at. One of the watches, a Jacob & Company. Epic X Chrono Tourbillon in blue was gifted to him by Jacob himself as a gift. The watch sports a blue titanium case and white straps, perfect for summertime at the beach of sportswear. There are only 99 pieces of this rare luxury watch in rotation, each one costing around $120,000 and only growing with time. This is a timeless piece in a world of gaudy iced-out wristwatches, and definitely deserves appreciation from enthusiasts. We're sorry, Rick Ross, but if you've got shooters in the comments, you better speak up now or forever hold your peace. B tier, Meek Mill. Not every watch has to go on your wrist. Some are best flexed in your pocket. Rapper Meek Mill went the old school way and showed off his Richard Mille RM020 at a music festival. Although pocket watches have definitely been pushed out by more convenient and stylish wristwatches, that didn't stop Meek Mill from showing it off. With a titanium case and matching chain, this product has since been discontinued. Since then, the price has only gone up and is currently estimated at around $408,000, depending on who you ask. Although the design itself is fairly simple, the mechanism behind the watch make up for it. Add to it the fact that pocket watches will always catch eyes, this watch is going straight into the B tier. Tyler, the Creator. Tyler, the Creator is a rap icon and a style icon. This man is beautiful and knows how to accessorize with unique pieces, so it's no surprise that his most iconic watch is something a bit out of the ordinary. Introducing the Cartier Crash, a disfigured-looking watch similar to Salvador Dali's work. Although the company's inspiration for the watch is highly debated, one thing's for sure, it really is a unique eye-catching piece. The Cartier Crash will set you back around $250,000. But the story attached to the watch itself is enough to justify the price point. As the story goes, Cartier himself drew inspiration from a damaged watch sent in for repairs, warped by gasoline fires. The look was so crazy it just might work, and it eventually did. A solid piece any watch enthusiast should have in their collection. With that, this watch goes right up on A tier. Rihanna Riri is queen of the rap game, and as such, she can stand to break the rules a little bit. Flava Flav went big with his watch choice, but Rihanna decided to minimize her watch of choice. Introducing Jacob & Co.'s first ever watch choker, a custom piece requested by Rihanna herself. Though she can't exactly tell the time on her own, she can definitely tell people checking this unique piece out when their jaws hit the floor. This choker contains an 18-karat gold flying tourbillon and a casing encrusted with 339 baguette diamonds. This pretty piece set Rihanna back a whopping $670,000. A worthy price considering this is one of a kind. The concept itself is worthy of GOAT status, but seeing as she can't actually use the watch herself, this watch is going in the B tier. Cardi B. Her name may be Cardi B, but she's definitely not landing in the B tier with her watch of choice. Cardi B has tons of iced out watches in her collection, ranging from multiple Philippe Nautilus to a few Audemars Piguet. But what really caught my eye was her Audemars Piguet Royal Oak double balance wheel open worked in frosted white gold. This watch may look simple at first glance, but the reason it's so special is because it uses a special gold finish technique that makes the watch sparkle without being bedazzled. The open watch face also gives the watch some much needed pop of color, a look that perfectly matches Cardi B's own aesthetic. Let's just hope she doesn't throw hands with Nicki wearing this piece, since it's estimated to be between $200,000 to $300,000. Because of the price point and the complexity of the craft, I think this watch belongs in the GOAT tier. Travis Scott. Travis Scott's watch collection is pretty impressive, sporting a few rare pieces and even more beautiful finds. Unfortunately for him, the highest valued watch in his collection is the Richard Mille RM069. Introducing the Richard Mille 69 Tourbillon Erotic, otherwise known as the Sex Watch. There are only 30 of these watches in existence, sporting 505 components and 41 jewels. This watch has a great black colorway with brushed steel look. A great watch to look at until you see the words written on the watch itself. Apparently, the watch cycles between multiple randomized sexual phrases such as "let me kiss you tonight" and "I must devour you tonight." Admittedly, it is a sexy watch, but the phrases propel the watch to corny territory. This level of corniness is enough to warrant another black and white apology video. Z tier. Future. The world's most toxic man is known for his affinity to wearing iced out chains and accessories. And it's surprising to know his watches are the only exception to the rule. With all the blinding ice he carries around his wrist, it's his stylistic choice to keep his watches simple. The most impressive piece in his collection is the Philippe Nautilus chronograph in rose gold. Although most rappers would ice out their Nautilus, decreasing the value, Future makes it a point to maintain the style of the piece. Fun fact, most iced out watches actually decrease in value depending on the jewels used. That's because icing out a watch requires the jeweler to drill small holes into the watch itself, damaging the watch and thus decreasing the value. This is why Future's Patek Philippe Nautilus is still valued at around $250,000. Because of Future's stylistic choices and care for his watches, this watch belongs in the A tier. Post Malone, coming up next on our list, is a rapper that surprisingly has a lot of game in the watch collection world. Post Malone is an avid collector of luxury watches with multiple Richard Mille and Rolexes in his stash. But perhaps the most impressive piece in his collection is the RM012. No, we're not talking about the 2013 restock. We're talking first edition state-of-the-art and watch game revolutionary RM012. This was the watch that started treading the line between fashion and space science, and thus only 30 of these were ever made. This lightweight and versatile sports watch features a simple brushed steel case, no gems, and ice to be seen. The real beauty of this piece is its significance to watch manufacturing and the comfort it brings. This watch is light on the wrists and heavy on the wallet, costing around $2 million or more. This watch goes in the GOAT watch tier. Jay-Z, and here we are, the final boss of rapper watch collections. You'd be expecting Mr. Carter to rock Cartier as his top pick, but you'd be wrong. Jay-Z is one of hip-hop's most iconic rappers, and his wrists show it. Jay-Z is a huge fan of luxury watches, owning dozens of watches from different designer brands. The most intimidating part of his collection has to be the Patek Philippe Nautilus Tiffany 5711. Now the Patek Philippe Nautilus has been famous in the rap world, showing up on the wrists of other prominent celebrities. But this one was special. Jay-Z's Nautilus Tiffany was one of the first to ever be released and is in collaboration with Tiffany & Co., sporting a unique colorway reminiscent of Tiffany's signature Robin's Egg Blue. There are only 170 of this special collaboration watch out in circulation, and each one will run you around $3.2 million. Easy go tier, especially with him being the first to ever rock it. So there you have it. This is our list of rappers and their watches rated. Of course, we can't fit every rapper in this list, so if we missed out on any of your favorite rappers, then please leave a comment telling us which rapper you want us to feature and rate next.